Hello everyone, we are from 10 Math Class 2. Have you ever wondered what the Earth will be like in 2050? Well, since many environmental problems have been caused by human existence, we need to act responsibly to reduce the damage that we are doing to the Earth. Climate change is one of the things that are happening around the world, and this is also a big issue that many country governments have to deal with. For those people who haven't heard this before, you will ask yourselves, what's climate change? Everyone thinks climate change mainly means warmer temperature, but that's just the beginning of the story. Because the Earth is a system where everything is connected. Change in one area can influence change in all others.
Evidence of these problems is reflected in the series of extreme climate impacts in recent times, such as approximately 250 million people affected by flood in South Asia, Africa, and Mexico. Southern European countries are facing the risk of severe drought that easily leads to forest fire and desertification, while Western European countries are threatened with major floods due to rising sea levels, as well as severe winter frost. Satellite data from year to year show that the number of hurricanes has not changed, but the number of hurricanes and cyclones of high intensity and destructive power has increased, especially in North America and the southwestern Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, North Atlantic Ocean. A study with a probability of up to 90% shows that at least 3 billion people will be deprived of food in 2100 due to the climate of the Earth. But that's not at all. Besides, one study found that about 5% of species are at risk of extinction if the Earth is heated by 2 degrees Celsius, and 16% if the Earth is warmer by 4.3 degrees Celsius. Another source has said that one species had recently been pushed to the brink of extinction by the effects of climate change is the bramble cave rat. The small island inhabited by this Australian rat has been affected by rising seas and flooding during storms. This leads to the rapid loss of their habitat and eventually the extinction of the entire species.
To sum up the problem, the question we need here to ask is why, and the direct cause of this is the greenhouse effect. According to studies, the natural greenhouse effect has maintained and developed life on Earth, but under the impact of emissions released into the environment in production activities and industrial developments, the greenhouse effects have complicated developments and change in a negative direction, but that's the only surface cause. The root cause, the source of everything, is human. The impact of humans on nature, such as deforestation, ecological imbalance, deals in chemicals such as pesticide and herbicide without science, small industrial waste, and urban waste is discharged directly into the environment. The outside environment without treatment has punctured the ozone layer, causing the greenhouse effect and global warming. Humans are constantly building, charging the earth, building tunnels and mining to deform the earth's crust. All the things that everyone does will lead to the angriness of nature. Then one day humanity will perish due to the deeds of what that will cause. And that's it happening right in our life, happening every day, every hour. Extreme Weather events are a major consequence of climate change and are becoming more frequently powerful or erratic. Many disasters like storm, hurricane, tornado kill over 10,000 people and the half of global economy is 280 billion USD in 2021. Besides, the ecosystem is destroyed lead to the increasing of CO2. This is affect badly to the habit of many species. If we don't have good solutions, many animals will be extinct. Higher temperature causes the rising of sea level. The seaside gradually disappears. The research of scientists say that if the ice continues melting, the sea level will rise at least 6 meters in 2100. Many islands and seaside cities will be submerged in water. The climate change makes the food and drink increasingly scarce. The pollution will continue rising. This will be the main factor that leads to war and conflict. The conflict in Sudan is the effect of climate change. The most dangerous effect of climate change is disease. The higher temperature combined with drought and flood will be a threat to the global health because this is a good condition for mosquito, parasites, and many deadly species to grow. Moreover, if the ice caps melt, the world will be threatened by the ancient virus and bacteria, which are very dangerous.
Climate change represents a major threat to life on Earth, but some people agree that we need to accept it, rather than try to stop it. I completely disagree with this opinion, because I believe that we still have time to deal with this issue and reduce the human impact on the Earth's climate. There are various measures that governments and individuals could take to prevent or at least mitigate the climate change. The governments could introduce laws to limit the carbon dioxide emissions that lead to global warming. They could impose green taxes on driver airline companies and other polluters, and they could invest in renewable energy production from solar, wind, or water power. As individuals, we should try to limit our contribution to climate change by becoming more energy efficient, by flying less, and by using bicycle and public transport. We also should save the energy through simple activities, turning off the lights when we don't use them, using the natural energy instead of fossil fuels. We should eat less meat because the breeding industry is the main cause of greenhouse effect.
In conclusion, climate change threat very seriously to our humanity. Every one of us can contribute to decrease the level of pollution in our daily activities. If we all had a sense of protection for our environment, we can still develop without destroying the earth. Be the change you wish to see in the world.